Hi, let's take a look at Flash Gordon Quarterly #1. This is from Mad Cave Comics, making full use of their Flash Gordon license. They already have a Flash Gordon comic, which issue 2 came out the same time as this quarterly. This is the type of thing that you would do deeper into a run once you establish your main core Flash Gordon comic, but they're like they jumped the gun. They did this. Flash Gordon Quarterly, of course, will come out quarterly and features different kinds of stories with satellite characters in the Flash Gordon universe and other takes on Flash Gordon. Um, and right off the bat, I'll say like I don't really recommend this. If you're a big Flash Gordon fan, have at it. But like my problem with this is that I don't know why I'm reading other versions of Flash. They don't really seem to justify themselves, and we'll get into it. So, here are the credits, and as you see, there's I think at least three different stories. There is this story with the bird people, and their ruler and his son, um, talking about who's going to rule next after the ruler dies and all that stuff. As they're fighting dudes, it's pretty cool. I like the art in it. It's pretty neat. Um, and they have the little sleds from the movie. Um, and I think that movie is a big cultural impact on Flash Gordon. But the thing is that like it's not totally Flash Gordon. Um, the next story is let me get to it. This is where things get wonky for me. So this whole story with the bird people is, I would say, it's the main featured story. It's a big part of the comic, um, and then we get into Sheriff Gordon in the Battle of Lil Mingo. So there you go. So there's Sheriff Gordon, and there's Deputy Arden. Um, and my problem with these different takes is that it's just name swaps. It's not really. It's like Flash Gordon is now a sheriff, and he's in an old western town, and of course, like an old Popeye cartoon where Bluto is the villain in whatever scenario Popeye's in. Like um, here Ming is like the big bad guy, and he's trying to take over the town, and Flash Gordon, opposes him, and then Dale Arden comes in for the save. Um, and the only point is that in this story, Flash Gordon is a sheriff. There's no real clever twist to that or anything. It's just he's a sheriff and Dale's a deputy, and Ming is the big outlaw bad guy. That's it. They're what makes Flash Gordon is the whole space opera adventure stuff. Then the next story is called well, they call this all this stuff Flash fiction, Flash Detective Services, written by Jordan Thomas and all that. I think all the credits were in the front. And in this scenario, Flash Gordon is a private investigator in like 1940s, whatever America, and Dale Arden is like a cop that he teams up with, like the good cop. Here they are having lunch on a rooftop. There you go, and he's investigating some sort of murder, and like there's people that are hired by, I guess the big bad is Ming again in some sort of way, shape, or form, and they trap him and put him in this trap where he's going to be lowered into a vat of like lava, and then he escapes and fights them. And the gimmick here, and of course his he has a guy who invents stuff for him, and it's basically Zarkov, a version of him. Let me see if I can get to him. Um, yeah, and that's my partner Hans Zarkov, but everyone calls him the Doc on account of the zany inventions he's always tinkering with. There you go. So it's private investigator Flash Gordon, with a Q-ish sort of character in Zarkov, a friend in the police in Dale Arden, and yeah, there's nothing really Flash Gordon. It's just inserting Flash Gordon into a scenario. I don't like these. I don't think they're not really Flash Gordon. You know, if all you're gonna do is like, now Flash Gordon is a train conductor and Dale Arden is his assistant and Zarkov maintains the, you know, the wood in the, you know, in the engine room, and Ming is trying to stop the train. That's not very clever. It's just, you're just like inserting Flash Gordon in these different scenarios, with nothing that's retained as Flash Gordon. Flash Gordon is now an MP and Dale Arden is an assistant, and you know, it's like, who cares? Like, you know, Flash Gordon is a cop in a New York City beat, and Dale Arden is his partner, and Zarkov, like, it's like, I can write this too. I can make like BS scenarios too. It's like, I don't get it. You know, it's someone's bag. It's not my bag. So yeah, it's just lazy insertion of Flash Gordon in different scenarios. I would have thought this is like different Flash Gordon adventures, different space adventures, different art styles, even like a reprint here and there of like some of the classic stuff. That would be cool. A quarterly magazine of like more Flash Gordon, not like Flash Gordon is now a PI and Dale Arden's the cop, and you're just inserting stuff. There's nothing that really justifies this being a new take on Flash. There's nothing of Flash Gordon. It's like, then what's his space sled thing? What's his spaceship? Like, what are you talking about? So yeah, I didn't like this. Maybe you like it. I can't recommend this. It's a good, honest effort. It's not trash, but I just don't understand the point of it. So yeah, I'm struggling with that. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel and give a thumbs up to this video if you watched this far. Until next time, take care.